Hello dear student, welcome to our new session of motion in straight line. It's your 10th class. We'll studied lots of things in this chapter. Now we are in last portion, and before starting any topic, let us discuss some numericals. So I'll dictate you some numericals. Try to solve by your own by pausing the video, then check it out. Either you will do your correct numerical or not. So write down the first statement of question as, write down the velocity of a particle is, question number 1. This question is asked in JEE 2007. This question will be asked in JEE 2007. The velocity of a particle is V is equals to V naught plus GT. V is equals to V naught plus GT plus FT square. V is equals to V naught plus GT plus FT square if its position is x is equals to 0. If its position is x is equals to 0 at t is equals to 0, then its displacement after time t is equals to 1 second, then its displacement after time t is equals to 1 second. They are asking for displacement simply at t is equals to 1 second. Displacement at t is equals to 1 second is A option V naught plus G by 2 plus F. Option A is V naught plus G by 2 plus F. Option B is V naught plus 2G plus 3F. V naught plus 2G plus 3F. Option C is V naught plus G by 2 plus F by 3. V naught plus G by 2 plus F by 3. And option D is V naught plus G plus F. V naught plus G plus F. So I'm repeating once again the question. The velocity of a particle is V is equals to V naught plus GT plus FT square. Its position is x is equals to 0 at t is equals to 0. They are saying at t is equals to 0, the position of particle is x is equals to 0. Now they are asking find the position of particle at t is equals to 1 second. Now my dear student, I already tell you that there is a sequence. If displacement is given and you wish to find velocity, then you have to differentiate the displacement with respect to time, you will get velocity. If velocity is given and you wish to find acceleration, then again we know that change in velocity with respect to time get acceleration. So you have to differentiate the velocity with respect to time, you will get acceleration. But if you will reversed, that means if velocity is given and you wish to find displacement, then you have to integrate it. One is forward side must be differentiation, and backward side must be integration. So in this equation, my dear student, in this question velocity is given and it is V naught plus GT plus FT square. They are asking for position. They are giving x is equals to 0 for t is equals to 0. They are asking at t is equals to 1 second what is the position of particle. So it's very simple, my dear student. We know that V is equals to dx by dt. So instead of B, I'll write dx by dt. So dx by dt is equals to V naught plus gt plus ft square. Now dt will become this side. So dx is equals to V naught plus gt plus ft square into dt. Now what we have to do? This is small displacement. We have to find net displacement from x is equals to 0 to x is equals to what? From t is equals to 0 second to t is equals to 1 second. So let's say the displacement of particle at t is equals to 1 second is x. So I'll put limit for dx from 0 to x and for time 0 to 1 second. So for net displacement integrating both side, I have to integrate both side. So what we'll get, my dear student, we'll get integration of dx is equals to integration v naught dt, we have to multiply dt with every term, plus integration gt dt plus integration ft square and dt. See, every term in RHS, last term is dt, so we'll check it out. What is the last term? According to last term, we have to put the limit. So last term is change in time, so we'll put the limit in RHS with every term with change in time. It is from 0 to 1. So I'll put 0 to 1, 0 to 1 and again 0 to 1. Now see, if t is 0, then position of particle is 0, and when t is equals to 1 second, let us assume that position will be x. Now we know that integration of dx is x, limit is 0 to x, v naught is constant, comes outside, become dt 0 to 1 plus g again constant, comes outside, t dt 0 to 1 plus f constant, comes outside, t square dt 0 to 1. Now we know that, my dear student, integration of x raised power n dx is x n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Now upper limit minus lower limit, instead of x once I'll put x, instead of x once I'll put 0. Upper limit minus lower limit is equals to v naught, integration of dt is t, so 0 to 1, g again t, it means nothing is there, so power is 1, 1 plus 1, so what we'll get, t square by 2, limit 0 to 1 plus f, again t cube by 3, square is there, so we have to add 1 in square and that term will become in denominator. So x is equals to v naught t plus g by 2 t square 0 to 1 and it is again 0 to 1 plus f by 3 t cube 0 to 1. Now x is equals to upper limit minus lower limit plus g by 2 upper limit minus lower limit plus f by 3 upper limit minus lower limit. So what we'll get, x is equals to v naught plus g by 2 plus f by 3. This is the position of particle after t is equals to 1 second. I hope you all understand this question. Pause the video and try to solve by your own. The correct answer is v naught plus g by 2 plus f by 3. So I hope you all understand this question, my dear student. Moving forward, write down next question. Our next question is asked in JEE 2011. So I'll dictate you the statement. Write down, an object is moving, an object is moving, an object is moving. This question is asked in JEE 2011. So I'll dictate you the question. An object is moving with speed 6.25 meter per second. An object is moving 2011 with speed of 6.25 meter per second. Speed is given 6.25 meter per second. Is decelerated. Now see, my dear student, if deceleration is there, then deceleration is nothing but negative of acceleration, and deceleration is also called retardation. This only happens if initial velocity of particle is greater than final velocity. Then only particle is retarding or particle is decelerating. Remember this thing, if initial velocity or initial speed of particle is less than final velocity, then we are saying that the particle is deceleration, or we can say the particle is retarding. So they are saying that an object moving with a speed of 6.25 meter per second is decelerated at a rate given by dv by dt is equals to dv by dt is equals to minus 2.5 root v. dy dt is equals to minus 2.5 root v, where v is the instantaneous speed. Now see my dear student, I already tell you the magnitude of instantaneous velocity and instantaneous speed is same. So instead of velocity they are asking, if in question they are asking instantaneous speed, then don't at all worry because both are equal. So where v is the instantaneous speed, full stop. The time taken by the object, to come to rest, the time taken by the object to come to rest. See, they are asking time taken by object to come to rest. Rest means, my dear student, its velocity becomes equals to 0. So here is this 6.25 is nothing but initial speed or initial velocity, and they are asking this is the particle is retarding by the rate of minus 2.5 root v. dv by dt is nothing but acceleration, and the value of acceleration is negative. That's why we are saying that particle is retarding. So they are asking at what time the time taken by the object to come to rest would be. Options are, A option is 1 second, B option is 2 second, C option is 4 second, and D option is 8 seconds. So I am repeating once again the statement of question. An object moving with a speed of 6.25 meter per second is decelerated at a rate given by dv by dt is equals to minus 2.5 root v, where v is the instantaneous speed, full stop. The time taken by the object to come to rest would be, options are 1 second, 2 second, 4 second and 8 seconds. So try to solve this question, my dear student. I hope you all are able to solve this question. Try to solve, my dear question. Again, my dear student, we know that dv by dt is given, so I'll write here dv by dt is equals to minus 2.5 root v. What I am doing, I'll take this root v this side and dt comes in this side, so that integration is possible to perform. So we'll say dv by root v is equals to minus 2.5 into dt. Now see, my dear student, dv by root v can write as v raised power half minus 2.5 dt. Take v upside, so it will be dv into v raised to the power minus half is equals to minus 2.5 into dt. Now see, my dear student, this is small change in velocity and this is small change in time. They are asking what time the velocity becomes 0. See here, initial velocity is given, initial speed is given, and they are asking at what time velocity becomes equals to 0. Finally particle come to rest. So limit of initial velocity must be 6.25 and limit of final velocity must be, or final speed must be 0. They are asking for time, so let's suppose let at time t is equals to, I'll write here, let at time t is equals to t, speed of particle be 0, and for t is equals to, they are saying that initially the particle is from starting. So for t is equals to t is equals to 0, let the speed of particle be 6.25. So integrating both sides, I'll write here integrating both sides, what will get, my dear student? Will get integration v raised power minus half dv is equals to minus 2.5 is constant, so dt. So when time t is equals to 0, the speed of particle is 6.25. Now saying that at what time its speed becomes equals to 0. So at t is equals to 0, speed is 6.25. At t is equals to t, they are saying speed becomes equals to 0. Now try to integrate this term, my dear student, then only you'll get the answer. Try to integrate this. I hope you are capable to integrate the term. So try to integrate, my dear student. So v dv, power is half. Try to solve this question, my dear student. We know that integration seems to be, we will add 1 on power and that comes below. So it will be v minus half plus 1 divided by minus half plus 1, and limit is 6.25 to 0 is equals to minus 2.5. Integration of dt is t. So limit is 0 to t. So try to solve this, minus half plus 1. Try to solve, it becomes half, and in below it is again half. So what we'll write? V divided by half, and power again it becomes half. 6.25 to 0 is equals to minus 2.5, upper limit minus lower limit. So this half can be, this 2 will comes outside, above, or we can say in numerator, root v. Instead of I'll write root v, and it is 6.25 to 0 minus 2.5 into, my dear student, t. Now we'll put upper limit minus lower limit. So this once we'll put v, instead of v we'll put 0, and instead of v we'll put minus 6.25. So this becomes 0. I'll write it minus 2 root 6.25 is equals to minus 2.5 into t. So this will be 0. So 0 minus 2 into under root 6.25 is equals to minus 2.5 into t. Now see, minus minus get cancelled, and you must know the value of root 6.25. It is 2.5. So 2.5, 2 into 2.5 is equals to 2.5 into t. This will be the value. Now try to solve this equation, my dear student. We'll get 2.5 get cancelled. So t becomes equals to 2. The correct answer is 2 seconds. So after t is equals to 2 seconds, if the particle is retarding, then its velocity becomes equals to 0. I hope you all understand this question. Moving forward, my dear student, write down next question. This question is asked in JEE 2005. Pause the video, try to solve the question by your own, because I'll teach all the concepts which are related to this topic. So now you are capable to solve the questions. So try to solve it. In first attempt, it may be possible that you are not able to solve the question, but try again and again. Then only you will be perfect in physics, and physics become your favorite subject. Now moving forward, write down next question. This question is asked in JEE 2005. I'll write here. The question is asked in JEE 2005. Write down the statement of question. Question is saying, a parachute after bailing out, parachutist after bailing out falls 50 meter. A parachutist after bailing out falls 50 meter without friction. 50 meter without friction. What they are saying? They are saying there is a parachutist who dropped, without open the parachute, he'll travel 50 meter. Without opening the parachute, he'll travel 50 meter. When parachute open, it decelerates at 2 meter per second square. It decelerates at 2 meter per second square, full stop. He reaches the ground with a speed of 3 meter per second square. He reaches the ground with a speed of 3 meter per second. With a speed of 3 meter per second. At what height did he bail out? At what height did he bail out? Your options are 293 meter. Option A is 293 meter. Option B is 111 meter. 111 meter. Option C is 91 meter. 91 meter. And option D is 182 meter. So I'll repeating once again the question, my dear student, for you. They are asking, in question they are asking, a parachutist after bailing out falls 50 meter without friction. When parachutes open, its decelerate at, they are saying the deceleration is, after opening the parachute, it decelerate means negative of acceleration. So the deceleration of parachutist is 2 meter per second square. Without opening, he'll travel a distance of, let's suppose h, I'll write, it is 50 meter. Now they are saying that he reaches the ground with a speed of 3 meter per second. The speed on which he reached the ground is 3 meter per second. Now they are asking at what height did he bail out? You have to find the height after which he bail out. Now see, my dear student, in this scenario, in this question, there are two different things. First thing is the parachutist, let's suppose this is a parachutist, this is the parachute. Without opening the parachute, he'll travel a distance of 50 meter. Without opening the parachute, he'll travel a distance of 50 centimeter. Then after traveling 50 centimeter, he'll open the parachute. After traveling the distance of 50 meter, he'll open the parachute. So in this reason, in this 50 meter, the parachutist will be in motion under condition of free fall. Remember this thing, free fall. This first 50 meter is traveled under motion under gravity. Remember this thing, my dear students. So write down velocity attained after falling freely, velocity attained after falling freely through first 50 meter, velocity attained after falling freely through 50 meter. So we know that under free fall condition, free fall is nothing but motion under gravity. We know that just before reaching the ground, the formula of velocity I already tell you, it is v is equals to under root 2gh. Now see, v is equals to under root 2, g means 9.8 and h is 50. So try to solve this. 50 into 200, it will be 980. So 980 meter per second. This is the velocity of parachutist before opening the parachute. Now they are saying that after 50 meter, after the traveling distance of 50 meter, the parachutist open the parachute. So let's suppose this is the point which is 50 meter below from its starting point. So see, my dear student, without opening the parachute, the body, or we can say the parachutist, is under free fall condition. So its velocity is under root 980 meter per second. Now they are saying that after 50 meter he'll open his parachute. So now its initial velocity, in second case, this is our first case, my dear student. In second case, try to understand this without any help. If motion is along y-axis, then we know that motion is nothing but motion under gravity. So first 50 meter traveled by parachutist is under gravity. So that's why I am using this equation before reaching the ground. We know that this equation, we will derive this equation before this lecture. So under root 2gh, g is 9.8 and h is 50 meters. So the velocity at this point of parachutist just before opening the parachute is root 98 meter per second. So for this condition, the initial velocity must be 980 meter per second. Now they are saying his deceleration is 2.5, I guess is, yes, the deceleration is 2 meter per second square. His deceleration is 2 meter per second square after opening the parachute. This is the condition after opening, and this is the condition before opening the parachute. So my dear student, they are asking for at what height they are asking at what height did he bell out. So they are asking for bell out. So you have to find the height. Now see, final velocity must be, my dear student, 9, and initial velocity is under root 980. So try to find the value of h. So by equation of motion, I'll use third equation, my dear student. V square minus u square is equals to 2gh, and we have to find the value of h. So try to solve this, my dear student. So what you will get, initial velocity is root 980 and final velocity is 3. So 3 square minus root 980 square is equals to 2 into g must be 9.8, and height have to find 9 minus 980 is equals to 2 into 9.8 into hc. I'll already tell you, instead of g we'll put minus g, because instead of a we'll put minus g because the direction of acceleration is negative. So put it 9 minus. Now try to solve the value. You'll get the answer in form of meter. So the answer must be 243 approximately. So 243, approximately 243 meter. So total height will be 50 plus 243. Before, after opening, it is 243. So after opening the parachute, he'll travel 243 meter. So total distance must be 50 without parachute plus 243 with parachute. So it is approximately equals to 293 meter. So correct option is 293 meter. I hope you all understand this question as well. Moving forward, my dear student, write down the next question. The motion of a particle is described by equation. The motion of a particle is described by equation. The motion of a particle is described by equation u is equals to at. Described by equation u is equals to at. The motion of a particle is described by equation u is equals to at. The distance traveled by particle in first 2 seconds. The distance traveled by particle in first 4 seconds. The motion of a particle is described by equation u is equals to at. The distance traveled by particle in first 4 seconds. They are asking in first 4 seconds how much distance is traveled by particle. So options are, option A is 4a, option B is 12a, option C is 6a, and option D is 8a. Option D is 8a. Again, my dear student, we have velocity. U is nothing but velocity. So velocity is given and they are asking for displacement. So we know that if velocity is given and in exam question is asking for displacement, then you have to come back. That means integration. So we know that displacement is nothing but change, velocity is nothing but change in displacement with respect to time. So instead of u, I'll write dx by dt. So dx by dt is equals to at. T comes this side. So dx is equals to at dt. Now for net displacement, integrating both sides, we have to integrate both sides. It will be integration of dx is equals to integration at dt. Now see the question what he is asking. They are asking for the motion of a particle is described by equation u is equals to at. The distance traveled by particle in first 4 seconds. So let's suppose at t is equals to 0, the distance covered by a particle is 0, because here dt is present, so we'll put the limit of t, and here dx is present, so we'll put the limit of displacement. So they are asking at t is equals to 4 second, how much distance is traveled by a particle. So let's suppose, let at t is equals to 0, x is also 0. At t is equals to 4, let the displacement is x is equals to x. Now integrate this. We know that integration of dx is nothing but x. 0 to x is equals to, a is constant, it remains t dt. So 0 to 4, now upper limit minus lower limit, t dt. Integration of t dt is nothing but t square by 2, because we know that integration of x raised power n dx is x 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 1. 0 to 4, so x is equals to a by 2, 2 comes outside, it remains t square. 0 to 4, so x is equals to a by 2 upper limit minus lower limit. Instead of t, first we'll put 4 and then we'll put 0. So x is equals to a by 2, 4 4s are 16, 2 8 are 16, so x is equals to 8a. Correct option is, my dear student, 8a. It means option D is your correct option. Moving forward, my dear student, let us take one more example. Try to solve this. Write down the statement, pause the video and try to solve the question by your own. Then only you'll get the concept of physics. Moving forward, write down the acceleration a of a particle. The acceleration a of a particle starting from rest. The acceleration a of a particle starting from rest. Starting from rest. They are saying starting from rest. It means the initial velocity must be equal to 0. So the acceleration a of a particle starting from rest vary with time according to relation. Vary with time according to relation. A is equals to, vary with time according to relation. A is equals to, vary with time according to relation. A is equals to alpha t plus beta. A is equals to alpha t plus beta. A is equals to alpha t plus beta. They are asking for A is equals to alpha t plus beta. The velocity of the particle, the velocity of the particle after t, the velocity of the particle after t will be, the velocity of the particle after t will be, A option alpha t square, A option alpha t square by 2 plus beta. B option is alpha t square by 2, alpha t square by 2 plus beta t. Option C is alpha t square plus half beta t square, beta t. And option D is alpha t square plus beta divided by 2. So try to solve again this question. I am repeating the statement of question, my dear student. The acceleration a of a particle starting from rest. See, they are asking starting from rest. So starting from rest means nothing but initial velocity must be equal to 0. So they are asking with time according to relation A is equals to alpha t plus beta, the velocity of particle after a time t will be. Now see, my dear student, again acceleration is given, asking for velocity. You have to come back. That means integration, because we know that A is equals to nothing but dv by dt. So instead of A, I'll write dv by dt is equals to alpha t plus beta. Now dt comes this side, so dv is equals to alpha t plus beta into dt. I'll multiply dt inside the bracket, so it will be dv is equals to alpha t dt plus beta dt. Now for net velocity, we have to integrate. For net velocity, integrating both sides, we have to integrate both sides. What we'll get, my dear student? We'll get integration of dv is equals to integration alpha t dt plus integration beta dt. Now see, my dear student, starting from rest. Starting from rest means at time tc, last term is dt, means in this section in RHS we have to put the limit of time, and in this section, that is LHS, you have to put the limit of velocity. So they are saying that initially from rest, it means at t is equals to 0, velocity must be 0, and at some time t is equals to 2t, you have to find the value of time so that its velocity becomes v. So try to solve this, my dear student. It's very easy to solve. Integration of dv is nothing but v, limit is 0 to v, alpha is constant, comes outside, inside integration it is t dt from 0 to t, plus beta again is constant, integration dt from 0 to t, upper limit minus lower limit. So instead of v, first we'll put v, instead of v then we'll put 0 is equals to alpha t dt. T dt is nothing but t square by 2, and it is 0 to t plus beta, instead of dt I'll write t, 0 to t. Now v is equals to alpha by 2 at upper limit minus lower limit plus beta, again upper limit minus lower limit. So v is equals to alpha by 2 t square plus beta into t. So this is the value of velocity. It is alpha t square by 2 plus beta t. It means option B is your correct option. Moving forward, my dear student, let's take some other examples. Write down the next question. The next question is asked in AIIMS. They are saying that, write down, the velocity of a bullet. The velocity, this question is asked in AIIMS 2001. The question which I am dictating is asked in AIIMS exam, All India Institute of Medical Science, bestest college for MBBS. Write down the statement of question. It is the velocity of a bullet is reduced from, the velocity of a bullet is reduced from 200 meter per second, is reduced from 200 meter per second to 100 meter per second, 200 meter per second to 100 meter per second, reduced from 200 meter per second to 100 meter per second, 100 meter per second, 100 meter per second, while traveling through a wooden plank, while traveling through a wooden plank, while traveling through a wooden plank of thickness 10 centimeter, of thickness 10 centimeter, full stop. The retardation, assuming it to be uniform, the retardation assuming it to be uniform will be, the retardation assuming it to be uniform will be, options are, A option is 10 into 10 raised power 4 meter per second square, option B is 12 into 10 raised power 4 meter per second square, option C is 13.5 into 10 raised power 4 meter per second square, and option D is 15 into 10 raised power 4, 15 into 10 raised power 4 meter per second square. I am repeating once again. The velocity of a bullet is reduced from 200 meter per second to 100 meter per second while traveling through a wooden plank of thickness 10 centimeter. They are asking, there is a wooden plank of thickness 10 centimeter. The wooden plank thickness is 10 centimeter, and there is a bullet which is traveling earlier 200 meter per second. Now due to this bullet comes inside the plank, its velocity decreases, and now its velocity is 100 meter per second, 100 meter per second. They are asking the retardation assuming, see here velocity changes, initial velocity is 200 meter per second. Now if the bullet entered in wooden plank whose thickness is 10 centimeter, its velocity reduces and it will be 100 meter per second. So we know that if velocity changes before entering in wooden plank, the velocity of bullet is to 200 meter per second. After entering the plank, its velocity becomes 100 meter per second. So it's as simple as this, that the velocity of bullet is decreasing, or we can say velocity is changing. They are asking for retardation, my dear student. Now see, inside the distance traveled by bullet with speed 100 meter per second is 10 centimeter. So distance is given. We'll use equation v square minus u square is equals to 2as. So final velocity is 100. So 100 square minus 200 square is equals to 2 into a. Retardation takes place into s. S is distance. So distance is 10 centimeter. So convert it into meter. It will be 10 into 10 raised power minus 2. So try to find the answer, my dear student. The answer must be 15 into 10 raised power 4 meter per second minus 15 into 10 raised power 4 meter per second square. This is the answer. I am repeating once again. They are saying that initially the velocity of bullet is 200 meter per second. After entering in plank, its velocity become 100 meter per second. This bullet travel distance 10 centimeter because the thickness of plank is 10 centimeter. They are asking for finding the retardation because speed is decreasing. Before entering the plank, the speed of bullet is 200 meter per second. After entering the plank, the velocity becomes 100 meter per second. So velocity is changing. So if velocity is changing, we know that particle is retarding. And if retardation takes place, then acceleration must be negative. So correct answer is 15 into 10 raised power 4 meter per second. I hope you all understand this question. Moving forward, my dear student, write down the next question. They are asking that a body A starts from rest. Write down. This question is asked in AIMS 2001. This is also in AIMS 2001. I am doing one more question. This question is also asked in AIMS. So write down the statement of question. I hope you all are understanding how I am dealing with the numericals. Kinematics is too easy, my dear student. The thing is, you have to practice more. Lots of question. So try to solve lots of question so that your concept will be builded. Write down. A body A starts from rest. A body A starts from rest with an acceleration a1. A body starts from, there is a body A starts from rest and its acceleration is a1. After 2 seconds, another body B starts from rest. So we are taking another body, one body is A and one body is B. After 2 seconds, B starts from rest. After 2 seconds, another body B starts from rest with an acceleration a2. With an acceleration a2, full stop. If they travel equal distance, in the 5th second, if they travel equal distances in the 5th second after the start of A, then the ratio A1 ratio A2, then the ratio A1 ratio A2 is equal to A option 5:9. Options are given. A option is 5:9, B option is 5:7, C option is 9:5 and D option is 9:7. I am repeating once again. It is very simple question, beta. You have to apply Essence formula. You know that the Essence formula is Essence is equals to U plus A by 2, 2n minus 1. Remember, Essence formula is U plus A by 2, 2n minus 1. Very simple question. So see, statement says that the body A starts from rest. Initial velocity must be 0 with an acceleration a1. After 2 seconds, see, first A starts, after 2 seconds B starts. after 2 seconds, another body B starts from rest with an acceleration a2. So B is also starting from rest, so initial velocity of B as well is 0 and its acceleration is a2. The thing is, after 2 seconds B starts its motion. After 2 seconds B starts its motion, my dear students. So they are asking in question, if they travel equal distance in 5th second. So see, my dear student, both can travel equal distance in 5th second. So what it implies? When A reaches, let's suppose at any point X after 5th second, because B is late, B starts late after 2 seconds from A, both the distance will be equal. So after 5th second, the point where A reaches, at that point B reaches in 3 seconds. Why? Because B is traveled before 2 seconds. I'm sorry, after 2 seconds. So I'll write here, distance traveled in 5th second by A must be equal to distance traveled in 3rd second by B, because B starts its motion after 2 seconds, and they are saying that in 5th second both travel equal distance. So 5th A, so I'll use the formula, U for both the cases is 0, so A by 2, 2n, 2 into 5 minus 1 must be equal to, U again is 0, so A2 by 2, 2 into 3 minus 1, my dear student. So it is A by 2, 2 into 5 minus 1 is equals to A2 by 2, this is A1, this is A2, 3 2s are 6 minus 1 and 5 2s are 10 minus 1. So 2 get cancelled, so A1 by A2 must be equal to 5 by 9. So the ratio is 5:9. It means correct option is 5:9. So I hope, my dear student, in this session whatsoever numerical will perform must be understood by you. Try to solve more and more numericals. If you want to command in your subject called physics, then there is only one way to command the physics, that practice more and more question, crystal clear your concept, watch the video again and again, pause after dictating the question and try to solve by your own. I hope you all understand today's lesson. In next class we'll discuss some basic information of graph and try to solve more numericals. Then we'll reach at our last portion, that is graphical analysis for kinematics. So thank you so much, my dear student, connecting with us. Stay home, stay safe, take care. Thank you.